351 cities and towns across Massachusetts. And in this one, Hudson, frustrated firefighters are sounding the alarm on their former chief, John Blood.
We are a brotherhood. We all have each other's backs. And the one that we really needed to trust most, we really feel has betrayed us.
Chief Blood retired in May, just weeks after the town placed him on administrative leave.
Sorry, I have to leave. No comments about anything.
The town was, and still is, tight-lipped about why he left.
I can't really discuss the nature of either the internal investigation or what may or may not happen external to the town.
Are you trying to sweep this under the rug?
I'm not trying to sweep this under the rug. I'm merely complying with the laws that I have to follow.
Records obtained by 5 Investigates are shedding some light on the situation, including this police report referencing missing money from a firefighter's relief fund and a separate credit card investigation. Let's start with the credit card purchases made by the chief and charged to the town. We requested these receipts and found dozens of unusual items that have firefighters puzzled. Camping gear?
I haven't seen any camping gear. I don't know the last time you saw a fire engine with guys camping.
We brought the receipts to Doug Schaefer, president of the Hudson Firefighters Union. What about a deep fryer?
No, we do not have a deep fryer at either station.
White cabinets. Got white cabinets anywhere around here?
Neither station has white cabinets that we're aware of, no.
When you hear about all these items and they're nowhere to be found, what do you think?
It's disheartening. And then as a taxpayer, you know, who's accountable?
That's the same question these other Hudson firefighters are asking. They're part of the Hudson Firefighters Relief Association, which gives money to firefighters and their families in times of need. Did your family get any of that money?
No, they did not.
Some benefits were paid, but many others were not, including the $600 death benefit that should have gone to Mark Hollick's family after his father died.
To put it bluntly, it's very disappointing.
Chief Blood was treasurer of the relief fund since 1998 and the only person with access to the money. In 2001, there was more than $60,000 in the bank. How much was left in the account?
It was under $200.
What did you think?
I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it.
Hudson police referred the case to the Attorney General's office, but the police report reveals the funds were drained by December of 2010. And a prosecutor saying there is no way to charge John Blood with the thefts because of the statute of limitations. Even though Blood has not been charged with anything, firefighters say all this evidence points to him. Do you feel like he's getting away with this right now?
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
It's a betrayal?
Yep. It most certainly is.
He stole from his own family. Us.
It wasn't easy getting in touch with Chief Blood, but we finally caught up with him. We were hoping to talk to you about some missing money and questionable credit card charges.
I'm not willing to talk.
Where's the money?
I'm
There's...
not willing to talk about anything. I haven't been approached about anything yet.
Well, we'd like to ask you about the more than $60,000 missing from the Relief
I'm not willing
Association.
to comment on anything.
Now, 5 Investigates has learned the Middlesex District Attorney's Office is doing its own investigation. Meanwhile, former Chief Blood, he's officially retired from the town of Hudson and receiving his $85,000 a year pension. Mike Bodette, 5 Investigates.